NHL 11 has hit the ice this week. Players often wonder if the New Year's version of EA's sports franchise is worth the money for what some call just a roster update. Sit back, relax, enjoy some stadium nachos. Here comes our full review.
The picture that will be mounted in how many dens, Bill? Here's the shot.
And just out of curiosity, you think the guy taking the shot here has to say cheese? I don't think so. Everybody grinning from ear to ear.
At first glance, most players won't see much of a difference in presentation between NHL 10 and NHL 11. In fact, NHL 11 recycles a lot of the same animations found in last year's title. The victory and defeat animations after each matchup are identical, and while the announcers have a few new lines tacked in, for the most part, players will be hearing a lot of the same canned lines that they've been hearing for quite a while. The fight mechanics from 10 are identical in 11. Graphically, 11 is slightly more polished than 10, but it'll only be apparent to the people who have been playing for a while. But there are some key upgrades between 10 and 11, and we have to say, most of them are excellent. Sticks are now droppable and breakable in NHL 11. To get a new stick, skaters need to head back to the box where their teammates will hand them a new one. Players without sticks aren't 100% useless, however. They can still check other players and kick past with the blades on their skates. We've been breaking sticks about once per game, which feels like a little bit much, but it's a nice addition nevertheless. The face-off system has been totally revamped for the better. What was once one of the worst features in NHL 09 and NHL 10 is now one of the finest features in the entire game. In NHL 11, face-offs aren't simply a black and white matter of winning or losing the drop of the puck. Players now have a variety of options in the face-off. They can win the draw outright, they can hold up their opponent's stick, they can body check right off the face-off and let one of the wings pick up the puck, and if they're close enough to scoring range, they can shoot right off the face-off as well. When the game is in full motion, players will enjoy the new physics and checking system that can only be found in NHL 11. Checking depends on speed, mass, strength of the player, their skill in checking, the target's balance, their location on the ice, and more. It's a very dynamic system that adds a lot to the gameplay. The result seems to deliver a more authentic feel where every single contact with another player doesn't automatically count as a penalty, but at the same time, it doesn't become an over-the-top brawl fest. And some of the hits, they look devastating. This year, NHL offers the Ultimate Team mode, which allows players to create their own custom team and play them online using a card system for trading players. It's an elaborate system that hardcore hockey fans, fantasy hockey fans, and hockey trading card collectors will all absolutely love. For the less than hardcore, it can be a little intimidating. It involves a fair amount of stats tracking and player matchups that someone who just wants to pick up and play a hockey game won't want to deal with. If you're a trophy hunter or an achievement junkie, most of the new trophies can be found and achieved in this mode. For the slightly less hardcore, NHL 11 still offers Be a GM mode and Be a Pro mode, but this time around the game awards experience after each match a little more generously than before, and it doesn't feel nearly as grindy as past entries in the series. That's a good thing. For those of you who just want to pick up the sticks and play a quick game, you can still select two teams from just about every hockey league currently in existence and battle it out the traditional way. Want to play as Team Kazakhstan against the Nashville Predators? You can do that. Because of the Ultimate Team mode, the new and very improved checking and face-off systems, we honestly can recommend paying full price for this year's title. Be a Pro mode, Be a GM mode, and the Ultimate Team mode all feel like complete games of their own, so buyers are really getting their bang for their buck with this purchase. Just a final word of caution though, this is the first year that EA is implementing activation codes to play online. So unless you buy the game brand new, you'll likely have to face an additional fee to play against your friends and strangers in faraway places. That's going to be a major issue for people who normally only rent these titles. That being said, we're still scoring this one worth buying.
Into the offensive zone, 3-on-2. Nice play to break up the odd man rush.